A lot of my landscape paintings relate back to, or my paintings of landscape, put it that way. They relate back to my experience of travelling through Western New South Wales, which I did many times for family reasons, and also for when I was part of the College of Fine Arts. We would take students out to Fowler's Gap to give them an experience of the expansiveness of that central and western part of New South Wales. I always used to find that when I was moving west, further and further and further west, I was becoming more and more aware of patterning and stillness and sense of distance. And it wasn't to do with specific locations or specific sites or whatever. It was a sense of kind of not a generalised, but a broad-based experience with flatness and openness of land that was, for me, of its own form of uniqueness. Environment just tuned me in to the way in which Indigenous Australian response to that land in terms of making an image of it was to do with patterning, not with selection of specific elements, but with an overriding, expansive sense of distance, of, like I keep saying, of patterning. So I try to bring this back into my work and to bring that together with a kind of convention of representationalism. So I take elements of representationalism. I borrow from a lot of artists, but I also invent my own systems, and I weave together this desire to image response to this kind of land, or this kind of landscape. I weave this together with taking conventions of Western representational realism, and so I just try to make illusions of depth and pattern. But I want it to be engaging. I want it to be in itself intrinsically engaging. This is an image done with an airbrush of a celebrity. I just smile at the fact that celebrity culture is part of our Western culture. We have celebrities. We have had them for years, decades, generations. I just chose to adapt and to make an image of a celebrity who I found a couple of photographs of, and like a lot of my celebrity paintings, or there's only two of them, but both of them are kind of put together from photographic referencing. But in this case, it was just someone who looked as if she reminded you of a celebrity, but you weren't 100% certain of who it was, but she certainly looked like one because of her pose, her sunglasses, and her expression. It fits into the trolley model in as much as it's a kind of image that you're a little bit familiar with, but you're not sure of the specifics. And I think it brings to bear why did I find airbrushing so suitable for this? Well, one of the reasons is that it, first of all, I don't back away from the fact that I went to art school in the early 70s, and in that point, neo-realism and airbrushing was kind of hip. And so I adapted, I took up airbrushing, and I like the idea that it's halfway between drawing and painting. You can get large areas of paint, but you can also get line work down to not quite a pencil mark, but very close to it. And I liked also the idea that it leaves no brush marks, it leaves no indication of where, say, the emulsion might have been pushed. The emulsion is just a fairly flat coloured layer that you can control the level of focus, the relative sharpness. These are all slightly soft focus. That was also very deliberate.